G'day guys, welcome to my RSY's VT video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL's Round 11's predictions for 2022. Guys, let's get started. So starting off with that first game of that match, we see the Knights going up against the Broncos. Now, this one's going to be a real good game. This one's going to be real cool. This one's going to be real tough and hard, because obviously this game will determine if the Knights play a really good match. But I don't think they will, because obviously no Nrl, which that means Dane Gagai sits on that number 20 of the number 3 side of that team. But obviously no Tex Hoy, no Nrl, and no Semi Segai. Semi Segai, Sami Solo or something like that. But so those three have been ruled out of that game. Not too sure why, but yeah, it's going to be real tough for the Knights if they do get a win. But if they do, well done. But I just think that how the way they're playing at the moment, it's not real good for them, because they have been losing a couple of games and struggling a couple of games. So I just don't think that how the way they're performing at the moment is not real cool of this team. But for the Broncos, as I mentioned about the other video, they are a really top team. They are a really good team. They're possessing really well. They're progressing really good. How the way their defense is, absolutely 100%. Broncos are a really good team. Their attack is absolutely brilliant. Their defense is absolutely brilliant, and I reckon they will progress in the competition, working themselves very well. This one's going to be real tough and real hard, but I'm going to go with the Broncos by 12 points in this match, and I reckon that Broncos will have a good game, and I reckon they will win by 12 in this game, but the Newcastle Knights will struggle in that game, and it won't be by a big margin anyway. The next game of that match, we see the West Tigers going up against the Bulldogs. Now, this game is going to be real tough. Obviously, a real hard game. I just think that how the way they're progressing, the Bulldogs, they are struggling so bad, and they're sitting 16th on the ladder again, which that tells me that they aren't really good of a football team. They've got like Matt Duffy, they've got Brent Naden, they've got Matt Burton, they've got Josh Adokar, they've got like, you name it, like so much players that came from different teams, and they're struggling so bad. From Josh Adokar, coming from the Storm, when he played for the Storm, he was absolutely very good, conceding a lot of points, conceding a lot of tries, and conceding a lot of field possession. He is a really good player, but for him, going into the Bulldogs at the moment, useless player at the moment, I have to say. I know I'm being negative, I do apologise for that, but for him, not working himself very well to the Bulldogs side, he's just not a very good player at the moment. But obviously, leading to Trent Barrett's another one that has been sacked, and then you got Michael Potter fulfilling in replacement, returning for Trent Barrett. So yeah, that's the new coach for the team. If you guys don't know who Michael Potter is, he used to coach for the West Tigers. And he used to be a player, so yeah, I'll wait to see what he progresses and what he brings to the club and what brings to the team. So I just think that I'm going to go with the West Tigers by 6, and this game will be a very good matchup, but I do see Michael Potter progressing for the team. I reckon he will do better than Trent Barrett anyway. So yeah, West Tigers by 6. The next game of that match, we see the Parramatta Eels going up against the Manly Sea Eagles. Now, this game, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be down there or not. If I am, I will be down there flogging that match with entertain else. But if not, I do apologise about that. I will try and get you. I'll try and go to games a bit more, but it's a bit hard at the moment. Yeah, obviously I am a bit busy and things can't go my way, but yeah, what can you do really? But yeah, for the Manly Seagulls at the moment though, Morgan Harper fulfilling in that number 4 position of that team. He's not really good of a player. He kind of like is not a very good player at all. He's not a very good player for the club. I'll be surprised though if he does good for the team against the Parramatta Eels in this game, but I do not rate him at all. But for the Parramatta Eels, what I do reckon about this team, since you guys did lose against the Roosters last week, 31-24 by 7 points, it's going to be a real tough game, and Manly Seagulls are a really good team, but if you guys don't play a very good game, it's going to be one embarrassing win for the Manly Seagulls if they do win. So, yeah, I just think that how the way they're going to play their football is just ideal. But for the Parramatta Eels, I reckon you guys will have a really good game. Obviously, you guys will, but I'm going to go with the Parramatta Eels by 10 points in that game, and I reckon this one will be a very good clash. The next game of that match, we see the Dragons going up against the Warriors. Now, this game is a pretty tough game. Do not rate this at all. The Dragons are a very average team, but they're not a very talented team. At the moment, they are struggling with players. I know for a fact they are. Excuse me, but in saying that, with Cody Ramsey going into that number 1 side, this one will be another tough game for him, because Cody Ramsey is not a fullback, he is a winger. But in saying that, let's give him a try. Let's give him a go, because I'll be surprised if Cody Ramsey does play a very good game against the Warriors. But in saying that, for the Warriors, obviously, like, no Cody Nikorima going into the Rabbitohs team, which I will speak in another video. The Warriors are a very good team at the moment. They are pretty tough to beat, with obviously like Sean Johnson in that side. But in saying that, I don't really rate this game at all, because last time, say for instance, the Warriors play against the Cowboys. That was a field goal game. Warriors play against the Dragons. That was a field goal game. And then now, Dragons against Warriors. That's going to be a very tough game. But in saying that, what I do reckon, I could see the Dragons win, but it's going to be very tough. But in saying that, again, I'm going to go with the Dragons by 2 points in this game, and I reckon this match will be a very tough one. The next game of that match, we see the Cowboys going up against the Storm. Now, this game will be a very tough one, another huge game this will be. The Cowboys have been proving themselves that they can play games of football, but I reckon they will have a very good season in this competition. So, yeah, you may think that, but we'll wait and see. But for the Storm, they played soft last week against the Panthers, so I'll be surprised if they win against the Cowboys. But it's obviously the Cowboys' home game, so you never know. The Cowboys may come out on top to make a really huge win in this game, but you never know. They could win. But anyway, in this match, the Cowboys, with obviously Chad Townsend in that side, he is a really good player. Ideal player, standout player, and a very talented player. What I do reckon about Tom Dearden, he is an alright player, but he stands out for the team. Also with Chad Townsend too. Combining that, it will be a very really good game for the Cowboys. But I'm saying that too, with like Nick Meaney, and then like Tyrone Wishart. With him, Tyrone Wishart, he is not a fullback side. He is, I think, either a hooker or a 5'8", so you never know. But in saying that, with Ryan Pappenhausen out due to a hamstring injury, the Storm will struggle in that game. So yeah, you never know. But anyway, this one will be not a big margin, so I'm going to go with the Melbourne Storm by 12 points in that match. The next game of that match, we see the Roosters going up against the Panthers. Now, this match will be a very tough one again. The Roosters have been very good last week against the Parramatta Eels, 31-24, as I did mention about the scoreline. But the Roosters, they've been a very good team at the moment. They're trying their best. They're working themselves very well. But how the way they're saying that they want to play their game style of match, but the Roosters, they've been a very good team to try and stay into the top 8 for the side. But in saying that, no Victor Radley for this game, so Nat Butcher goes into that number 13 side for the lock of that team. So yeah, that's only one change in that side. So no changes for the Panthers, which still has the same changes for last week. But the Panthers, though, they've been absolutely very good. Haven't lost a game at all, but I know they've lost a couple of games. But they have lost against the Parramatta Eels in that match. So yeah, that was the only chance that they've lost. But for the 21 straight wins. So yeah, the Panthers still are a pretty top team, and you never know, the Panthers, they could be the champions every single time they play, because they are just spectacular, and how the way they want to play the style of match is just spectacular. But for the Roosters, since James Tedesco is a really good player, I do rate him as a top player for the Roosters side. But in saying that, I'm going to go with the Panthers by 8 points in this match, and it won't be a big margin in this game. The next game of that match, we see the Rabbitohs going up against the Raiders. Now, this game will be another hard game. The Rabbitohs have been one of the most equalised team that will be a very hard match to go up against by. But I'm saying that Blake Taff still remains into that number 1 side. Latrell Mitchell has been out, obviously due to an injury, but I don't know when he will be back. But obviously no Jacob Host in that game. I'm not too sure who will be replacing him in that match, so you never know. This one will be a very good game, I suspect, but you never know. It could be one of the most crucial games in that match. But for the Raiders, they've been an alright side in the competition, but for the season, for them, they've been struggling a bit, but not much. But in saying that, the Rabbitohs, they've been a really good team. They've proven themselves they want to be in the top 8. So credit to them. They're a really good side for the team and for the club. But in saying that also too, I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs by 12 points in that match. In this game won't be a hard game. It won't be an easy game, but it will be a tough game in that match, and I reckon the Raiders will struggle in that game. They'll try, but they'll struggle in this match. And finally, the next game of this match, we see the Titans going up against the Sharks. Now, this match will be another game that will be proven to obviously be a very tight game. But the Titans, they've been an alright team that can make a mark, can make an attack, and can make a defence. But I just have to say, for the Sharks, obviously still no Jesse Ramey and still no Will Kennedy. Which that means that Lachlan Miller will be in that number 1 side. So congratulations on you for making your debut, obviously to play against the Titans in that game. So congratulations on you. So in this match, what I do see about that, the Sharks, I just don't think you guys will play your game, but they are a pretty hard team to beat, as they are a really hard team to beat. Because obviously you still got like the Panthers, the Storm, and the Sharks. Those 3 are very hard teams to beat anyway, because they're very tough, very hard, and very tight. But obviously in this game, I will think that the Titans will be on their mark, but it won't be as such because they aren't really good at the moment, the Titans. So I'm going to go with the Sharks in this game, and this one will be by 10 points in that match. And this game will be a very hard team to go by, but yeah, Sharks by 10. And thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. We're doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care guys. Stay safe and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 254 anyway. So let's get up to that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.